Alright, welcome back, and I don't have a lot of time today, so this is going to be a short one. I would make a longer video, but I don't have time for the lengthy editing, so this is going to be minimal editing, largely, and again, short. These are some weapons I would like to introduce to you concerning this martial art of iaido and jodo. There's two. The first road, the closest pertains to iaido, the furthest away to jodo, and yes, I am in fact holding a piece of paper that I wrote some stuff on as a little bit of a script, because otherwise it would take me way too long to get through this and I would have to edit a bunch of out, and again, I don't have time for that right now. Okay, short introduction to this. I used to train with exactly these weapons about 11 years. I show you the Bokken over here. This is more of a beginner's weapon, although more experienced intermediates, you begin with this essentially, although more experienced people also use this, people who are intermediate, and there's all sorts really, but generally as a beginner you start off with this. You don't immediately start off with a iaido, which is this, or even a shinken, which is much more experienced weapon. And this is the way you grip this. Not like this, not with a fist, but more like this kind of hold. Let me just show you the iaido real quick as well. This is generally a weapon that once you have some experience, let's say intermediate, you kind of start to train with this a little bit, or at least once you're largely out of the beginner's phase, and you kind of know what you're doing a little bit, that's when they start you off with this. A shinken is like much more experienced. Once you have a few dan grades under your belt, then you can maybe try out with shinken, which is an actual sharp sword. This one you can touch without cutting your finger, like you can just put your finger on that and it's not going to just, if I were to swing this, it probably would a little bit, but it's a largely not terribly sharp blade. The pointy bit over here is a little bit, but yeah, not terribly, just a little bit. I'm going to put this back in here. Again, I don't really have a shinken lying around here to show like an actual sharp sword, but I should have one, or used to. I'm not sure what happened to it, to be honest. It's been a little while. I quit at like tail end 2019. This honestly is also used a lot in jodo. This is what is mainly used in jodo here. This well, rather large stick, you would say. It's called a jo. In jodo, you fight with an opponent. In iaido, you don't, generally. Iaido is with imagined opponents because we do not put on armor. There's also sometimes this. With some techniques, you kind of use the opponent of the person practicing with the jo here. Sometimes uses only this, sometimes uses both these two together. So both the short one here and the longer one. And that is pretty much an introduction to weapons used in iaido and jodo. Or at least kind of, it's a bit bare bones to be fair, but yeah. That is all going to have to be all for today. So yeah. And this video is ending up a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, so let's hope the editing isn't going to kill me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.